Good morning. So today I wanted to pull out a law of attraction card. I've had these for many years, and I was given them when my health issues were at an all-time low, and it kind of helped me think outside the box every day and kind of change an outlook on something, and something that I haven't thought about initially. So it can be quite interesting. So this morning I pulled this one, and it says, "My achievement of joy is my achievement of success." The idea of success for most people revolves around money or the acquisition of property or other possessions, but we consider a state of joy to be the greatest achievement of success. And while the attainment of money and wonderful possessions certainly can enhance your state of joy, the achievement of a good feeling physical body is by far the greatest factor for maintaining a continuing state of joy and well-being. And so there are a few things of greater value than the achievement of a good feeling body. So what does that mean to me? So society puts a lot of things on wealth, property, what clothes you wear, latest fashion, latest hairstyles, and also looking a certain way. For me, that doesn't bring me joy. And I think maybe as I've got older and when my health started to deteriorate over a decade ago, I was kind of in this mindset of, well, I can't wear the high heels anymore. I can't wear the nice clothes anymore. I'm not using the right products. I'm blah, 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 blah. And I can understand that property gives you a sense of achievement because you've worked hard to get the property. So that is great. I can understand the same thing with a car. But these are all material things that if they're taken away from you, your joy changes to a joy of self. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that, like, for instance, when I was medically retired, I had to really look at what brought me happiness, what kept my joy and happiness levels at a certain level. So we all have a different level within our body of what our joy and what our happiness is. And it's about topping up that with outside resources, which can be your car, your house, whatever you're wearing. But think about it. If you base your joy just on the material things, like a house or a car, you're always wanting to better, and you don't enjoy the moment long enough or the journey long enough. But our own internal joy and happiness, that is our base. So if we can top that up. So for me, it is about being calmer, having my nervous system not as active as it used to be. It was always on a flight mode, always rushing to get to the next thing and always on alert. Now I'm just this tranquil, calm person. Yes, it's not perfect, and yes, I can still have a bit of an anxiety thing, or I can still feel a bit stressed, but those levels aren't influencing my whole being. They're not pulling my joy down. They're just making me be aware that life still moves on. And it's not perfect. And we don't want it to be perfect because human beings, we're messy. We're very messy. But if I look at myself back over a decade ago, into who I am now, I prefer this version because I've learned to accept, grieve, release, and let go of all these things that have pulled my joy down many, many years ago. They made me feel inferior. They made me feel that I was lack, that I wasn't good enough. And then that internalizes within yourself. So this little card just reminds us that your success is your journey. It's within you. It's not necessarily all the materialistic things, because they can be taken away at any point in time. Anything can happen. You know, you might be up there with the richest and whatever, but something could come along and take that all away. Then you're left with your bare roots, with what this is. And has that been worked on enough? Or have you just been focusing on getting the better materialistic stuff, or the better house, the better car, the better hairdresser, the better holidays, whatever. And you're forgetting about this because you're just putting this mask of better, better, better. So sometimes we have to strip it back and say, right, is that really me? You know, I rarely wear makeup anymore. And not because I don't like makeup, because I do. But I'm so comfortable in my own skin. I can go outside and not worry about having to, have makeup on. If a friend turned up and said, come on, or my husband said, come on, we're going out in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. If that had been me over a decade ago, I'd be like, no. I need to put my makeup on. I need to do my hair. All these things to put on a mask for society. And now I'm like, come on, Em, let's go, because I'm comfortable in myself. I have the joy levels in myself at a balance I'm happy with. Yeah, they're not perfect, but I don't want them to be. I still want to be able to feel the things that are happening around. Because we make mistakes, we are messy, and that's life, and it's beautiful. But if we are putting all of our joy and our hopes onto material things, at some point it will come crashing down. And people say, no, it doesn't happen to me. I've seen it happen to the best of them, believe me. So yes, find your materialistic stuff. Look at, how that makes you feel. But also examine what is here. What is this needing? What is this needing? Mainly, what is this really needing? What are you feeding it? Are you feeding it always to chase? Or are you feeding it to love the journey, evolving, calming your nervous system, making life beautiful for you in all aspects, not just the material stuff? So think about it. This is your journey. This is your life. And what is it that you want for you, without the outside noise of society telling you what it should be? All those adverts that you see, go on this 5-star holiday, or buy this new BMW, or you have to live in this area, or go to this place or that place. What is it that you really need? Some people, their joy can just be walking down to their corner shop. And some other people need to go to Waitrose. What is your happy? What is your joy? What makes you feel alive inside? Have a great day.